Hello, beautiful kings and queens. Welcome back to my channel. This is Chef BC Cherry with Bliss VSC, better known as Bliss Venue Styling and Catering. And we're about to get into some good Louisiana cooking today. And I have my favorite sous chef with me today. None other than Gigi. Tell the people what we cooking today.
Oh, we're cooking red beans and rice.
Louisiana style.
Yes, Louisiana style.
That's right. You ready to get this party started, Gigi?
Yes, sir, I am.
All
I'm
right.
ready to eat.
Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. Let's see what we have for our ingredients. Okay. So, we have butter. Butter makes everything better. We have bay leaf. We have granulated bouillon. We have the minced garlic. We have smoked paprika. We have thyme. We have oregano, granulated onion, and we have cayenne pepper. I have my red beans, which have soaked, overnight soak. Of course, you can do a quick soak with them as well, where you cook them, put them in after you wash and pick them. Then you let them come to a boil, put the top on it, and let it sit for 60 minutes. And it's the same thing as soaking it overnight. Instead of ground beef, I'm going to add ground turkey. Traditionally, it's just andouille sausage. And we do have the andouille sausage here. I have some green onions here that we're going to garnish with and put a few in there. And then I have the celery, bell pepper, and onion, the trinity here. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of Maggi seasoning in it just for the depth flavor it gives it. And then we may use a little bit of that pepper and that pink Himalayan sea salt. So the recipe calls for 6 cups of water. We're going to start off with 4 cups, and then we'll add the other 2 and get the beans going. All right, guys. All right, guys, so I have the skillet warming, and we are going to get our andouille sausage going first. And of course, I'm going to put a little butter in there. Butter makes everything better. If you don't remember nothing else, remember that. And once I get that butter melted in there, I'm going to add the andouille sausage.
You think you need a little cooking oil to go with it?
No, ma'am. Just the butter. Ooh, this coffee good. Okay, guys, so I have the beans. I put 6 cups of water in there with the red beans. And normally, if you would like, you can do half and half. You can do 2.5 cups of water and 2.5 cups of chicken broth if you'd like. I did, 6 cups of water is what the recipe calls for, so you can do 3 and 3. But, so I put 6 cups of water, and then I have 3 tablespoons of the bouillon. Now, I'm not going to use all of it right now. I'm going to use half of it, and then as we get down the road, taste it and see where we are. Because what we don't want is for it to be over salted. So we're going to let that go, and then we'll start adding our vegetables after we get them finished over on this side. Okay, guys? Once that skillet gets hot enough, well, yep, look at there. Houston, I think we have a go. Let's see what's happening with the sausage. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my niece Faith and my sister-in-law for my for my burners. We're gonna let those get caramelized and let that go. And of course, again, traditionally, you don't have the turkey in there, but we like a lot of meat. So we're gonna put ground turkey in ours as well. Mama, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, y'all, we're gonna let that caramelize for a little bit. And bear with us a moment and we'll be right back with you. All right, guys, these sausage are talking to me. So let's give these a good stir, honey.
Oh, yeah, getting brown on the other side.
A little bit. They trying to do a little bit.
Let them brown.
Guys, you see that one? You see how that's caramelized in there? We want all of them to do that. So we're going to let these go a little while longer. Oh yeah, Mom, they're doing good. And y'all, this smells so wonderful, and we haven't even gotten halfway through the process yet. But this andouille is singing a song to me. All right, guys. I'm going to get them even out in the pan so all of them can get a little love. And let those go a little bit longer. And once they brown, then we'll get our ground meat done. And then we'll start putting our veggies in so it can take up the flavor from the skillet, from the proteins that were cooked. All right? All right. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, yeah. Oh, we doing it now, y'all. Whoop! There goes Frazier. I lost one. You have 100 sheep. One go astray. You leave the 99 and go get the other one.
Go get the one.
Yep, go get the one. We're going to let this go a little bit more. Make sure everybody getting some love here. See, Gigi? They're coming along real well. See, guys? That caramelization on there. Now, I know some of you, let me put this in my trash. Some of you will say, that's burn. But it's not. It's caramelization. And you want to make sure that it gets a good color on there. And I know that you guys heard me talk about one of my brothers, Big John. If it has any kind of color on his toast, his biscuits, his cornbread, he don't want the piece that has the color on it. He wants his barely, when it's done, he ready to take it out, and that's what he wants. Now, my uncle, my mom's brother, my mom's only brother, if it ain't caramelized, if it don't have no color to it, it ain't done to him, and you're going to put it back to wherever you cooking it from. And that's a fact. So, sometimes when you're cooking for people, you have to meet folks in the middle. This andouille is smelling so amazing. And this andouille, guys, is Johnsonville, but they have some Cajun ones. They have chicken for you all that don't eat pork. The chicken ones, I have some chicken ones arriving from Amazon tonight because Gigi and I are going to do some shrimp and grits with the andouille and the grits and the Gouda cheese. We're going to do a video for that this weekend, so we're waiting on our package to arrive. Mom, you happy with that?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. All right. So we're going to do our turkey next. Let's get this in the bowl. And all that Flavor Town in there, we not wiping that out. We not doing anything because that flavor is going to get incorporated also in this ground turkey that we have. Ooh, that smells amazing. All right, so we're going to get this ground turkey in here. All right, guys, we got the ground turkey in the pan. And because I was handling that raw meat, I want to go ahead and get a fresh pair of gloves on, because I have a lot more stuff to do. And we can't have the salmonella gloves touching stuff, right? How many serve safe people we got out there are certified food protection managers? You got to be more careful. All right, so we have our ground turkey in there, and our beans are starting to get a little bit of action on top. So we're gonna get this turkey cooked up here. It will shortly, yes ma'am. And y'all hear my granddaughter, she in there playing something called Fortnite online with somebody else. So if you hear any yelling, that's Bliss. And of course our company is named after her, so. All right, so to season the meat, because the beans are gonna have so much seasoning in them, I'm just gonna put a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. And then we're gonna put some black peppercorn. We like lots of pepper. And guys, oh, excuse me, when you have an opportunity, go over and check out my daughter, The Fruitful Wife. She has a channel on YouTube. It's called The Fruitful Wife. And she is more or less of a marriage cheerleader. Has some great content over there. And then she has another channel called Weight Loss to Burn Boss, where she's journaling and chronicling her weight loss journey. And her goal is 150 pounds. And last I heard, she was at 62 pounds so far. So go check her out, guys. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, Mama. All right, so I'm gonna quit fussing in this turkey and let it do its thing. So,
Is it brown?
yes, ma'am, it is. I'm gonna quit fussing with it and let that bottom layer get itself together, and then we'll take that out, and then we'll start with the veggies. All right, guys, our ground turkey is ready. So we're gonna let this ground turkey join our andouille over here. We're gonna put that in the parking lot, and now it's time for us to do our vegetables. So we're going to go ahead and add the rest of this butter, because what? Butter makes everything better. And then we have our beans. They over here rolling, y'all. They doing about 95 miles per hour. And we're going to keep on letting them keep on. So the first thing we're going to do, got this butter around in here. And we are not going to wash this flavor out of this skillet, guys. This is all a part of it. Okay? Okay, pumpkin? Okay, pumpkin. And so we're going to add our Trinity. And this is our Holy Trinity. We have celery, bell peppers, and onion. Okay? So we're going to get that in there first. And after that gets translucent and cooks down some, then we will add the garlic. You never want to start with your garlic first. Reason being, garlic will burn and it will be so bitter and it's unbearable. You will ruin a dish, literally ruin it, if you let that garlic get in there and burn. So we're gonna let the Trinity do its thing, and then after it cooks a little while, we're gonna start adding the seasonings, and we almost there. So I have some rice on the stove behind me that we're gonna serve with it, and then we're gonna do some Krusty's honey cornbread hunty, and it's gonna be so delicious. So this Louisiana girl by way of Georgia, we gonna make your tongue slap your mouth when we done with this baby. All right? All right, guys, so look at that. Those are ready. Gigi had me to put just a little bit of oil in it. So I think it was probably about 3 tablespoons she had me to add to the veggies. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic in here. And if you watch some of my videos before now, I told you we are a garlic loving family. So I know you guys are probably like, ooh, that's a lot of garlic. Well, you can dial back on the amount that you put in yours. Just remember, ma'am.
It works well in those beans.
Gigi said it works well in the beans, just in case you didn't hear her, and it sure does. So as this garlic permeates and goes through here, we're gonna let this cook a little bit so all the aromatics get together, marry, and we're gonna start adding our aromatics that we have in these cups in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the bay leaf, granulated onion powder, smoked paprika, and I know a lot of people say paprika. I ain't saying, I'm not going to say paprika. It's paprika to me. And then I have cayenne pepper. Thyme. Oregano. And this is the rest of our granulated bouillon, but we're going to wait until we actually taste it to see where we are. Yes, ma'am. That's what I was just getting the oven one for, so I can do that. And guys, whatever you do, don't break up your bay leaf, because you have to pick that back out towards the end. When it gets ready, your bay leaf has to come out. You don't want to serve your guests with the bay leaf in the food. Now, it happens, and of course, people understand, but that's supposed to come out before it makes it to the table. Okay? Mama, this ready. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and add our veggies. That smells so wonderful. So wonderful. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, baby. No, as my daughter say, the fruitful wife. That's on Mary Had a Messiah. Oh yeah, that's looking good.
How are the beans?
They're starting to actually tender up a little bit, Mama. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the meat and let everything do its thing. And then we're gonna let this cook about 45 minutes, and we'll come back and check it and see what's happening. Get all of that.
Cook about 20 minutes and then look at it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're gonna check it in 20 minutes. The boss has spoken. And then we'll get back to it. So what I'll do in the meantime is get these good old dishes together and get my stuff cleaned off. Check on the rice, cornbread, and all of that good stuff. And then I'll give y'all a good bird's eye view of what's going on around these parts over here. I mean, it don't get no better than this, y'all. It don't get no better. All right. Let it go. Let it go. Ma, you want to taste the broth now, or you want to wait till it cook down some?
Maybe.
Yeah? Y'all, we're going to give it a taste and see if we need to go ahead and add the other...
something on there, because I can't.
Yes, ma'am. You want a shot cut?
No, regular green blue bowl or whatever.
Look, the one the bay leaf was in. And that way you could blow it. This the one the bay leaf was in. This one.
Just the juice.
Yes, ma'am. All right. We're going to see what that do. just because it's hot.
Just put your hand.
No, wait. I don't want you to get burned, Mom. Because that thing hot. Nah. How about that? That's good. All right, y'all. Gigi's going to taste the broth and see if we need to go ahead and add the rest of the granulated. And I know she may want more pepper. We'll see. Blow it. Blow it. Because you don't want to burn your roof of your mouth off, honey. You want to be able to taste the other food when it get done. What that mean? You can't burn the roof of your mouth?
No, because it got to fall good.
Mama! Oh, help God. Did y'all hear my mama? What you think?
It's seasoning up. If you don't cook out of it, it's good.
Oh, well, hallelujah. Got it right the first time. That girl bad. That girl bad, period. All right. So we're going to get this cleaned up a little bit here and check on our cornbread and rice, and we'll be right back, y'all. All right, guys. So the beans are almost done doing their thing. So if you have been to New Orleans or any part of South Louisiana, you notice that the red beans and rice have a creaminess to them. They have a little slight creamy look, and you wonder how that happens. So Gigi and I are going to show you what happens. So let me take this off. And I'll just put this here for now. So look, you want to take some of the beans, right? A couple of ladles. I'm making a mess, Mom. And you want to, let me show you. Can you see? Yeah, I can see. You want to smush those. Mash them up, smash them up. I'm saying smush, and a lot of people are, what is smush? You want to mash these up. So you take a few of them and you mash them up. And then after you get them mashed up, you stir them back into general population. And it thickens up and gives it that nice, thick South Louisiana look. Yep, creamy. That's right, Mom. So we're going to put this back. Now that we've mashed us up some, you put it back in there. Leave no man behind. Hold up, swell up. All right, so we got all of that out of there. And so we want to incorporate that. Oh, wow. It's looking like great already, Mom.
Put your on.
I did. I sure did.
The bay leaf floating up here.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to let it cook a little bit more. Here it is right here. Here's the bay leaf right here. See? Okay. And I'll take it out. Okay, guys, we got the creaminess going on in there. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. Let me show you something else Gigi and I did. Baby, feast your eyes on these hoe cakes. You see that? That is honey cornbread hoe cakes. And we use the Krusty's honey cornbread mix. And we thinned the batter out just a little bit more than what the recipe actually calls for. And we took a ladle or an ice cream scoop and we dropped it into the hot grease and made us some hoe cakes. Now, you may not be familiar with what a hoe cake is. In slavery time and in sharecropper time, it would be so hot out in the fields. And lunchtime or when they get a break, it will be so hot they can cook their cornbread or their, well, I say it looks like a pancake, their cakes on the end of a hoe. So it's a hoe cake. See, y'all thought something else, did you? That's why I had to go ahead and explain that. But aren't these delicious looking, guys? Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Yes. We're going to kill that, y'all. Just a couple of more minutes and we about to tie it up. All right, guys. Louisiana red beans and rice. Check that out. With a whole cake on the side. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? That's what you call a Louisiana red beans and rice right there, baby. How about that? I'll have the recipe in the description. Thank you all for coming. Gigi and I enjoyed you all. I hope you enjoyed our video. And she's already tasted it and she said it's absolutely delicious. So I'm ready to dive in. Of course, she's getting this bowl. But thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all will try it. And Mama, you want to say anything before we go?
No, I hope you enjoy eating it like I'm about to.
Amen. Let me go and put your spoon in here, baby, so you can do it. All right, guys. We'll do another video probably tonight or tomorrow. But for now, we'll holla. Have a wonderful evening.